Welcome back to the Culture Fit Podcast, episode 4. Flying home for the holidays is exciting, but between assessments, work, and extracurriculars, the last thing on your mind is all the annoying preparations you need to do before you can depart. This video will give you a step-by-step guide to preparing to go home so you don't have to stress about it. Let's start with 3 months before departure. Here are 3 things you need to do. Step 1. Book your flight well in advance. If you are planning to leave in December, you probably should have started booking in September. Also, it helps to get the cheaper prices if you were to book on Sunday. At least that's according to Expedia. Also, don't forget to consider your rental agreement. So make sure to book your flight in the last week of your rental agreement. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting quite a bit of money. Number 2, book your return flight 3 weeks before the start of your session. So you have more time to prepare for your studies, accommodation, and part-time work before everyone else comes back. Chinese New Year in 2026 occurs on the 17th of February, and many unis start their session around the same time. So if you don't celebrate Chinese New Year, book your return flight in early February to avoid the huge influx of Chinese students in the second half of February. And third, rebooking. Rebook student accommodation or secure a lease as early as possible because housing can be very competitive and delaying can leave you scrambling or paying more than expected. 1 month before departure. There are 3 things that you need to do. 1. Communicate and set expectations. If you're in student housing, let the accommodation office know your plans. And if you're in a share house, don't forget your flatmates. Letting them know early helps with bills, chores, and maybe even finding someone else to take your room while you're away. Number 2, moving out preparations. Check your lease end date, bond refund rules, and security deposit conditions. Before you hand keys back to your landlord, make sure to clean the property thoroughly to avoid deductions from your bond and keep dated photos of rooms and cleaned areas to protect against disputes. Number 3, for things you are not looking to keep, you can sell, donate, and dispose. For items that are easy to sell, Facebook Marketplace is a great way to get some of your money back. If it's too much work, you can easily donate your items to op shops such as the Australian Red Cross, Vinnie's, the Salvos, and many others. For everything else, you can use your garbage bins for small items, or for bulky items, book a council pickup service on your local council's website. 2 weeks before departure. For things you need to keep, leave items with friends or use a storage facility. If you trust your flatmates or friends, this can be the simplest and cheapest option. If they're not available, a storage facility is a safe and reliable alternative, although costs can vary depending on how much space you need. Number 2, redirect your mail. You can ask your friends to keep your mail, but if you want a longer-term solution, you can arrange for mail redirection through Australia Post. Note that this is a paid service. Thirdly, if you're keeping your accommodation and not moving out, make sure to set up direct debit or calendar reminders for rent payments. 1 week before departure. Now we're getting to the pointy end of things, and there's quite a few things to do if you want to have peace of mind when you leave. Number 1, back up your devices. You may save files on your laptop and mobile phone to cloud storage services such as Google Drive or iCloud. This prevents the loss of both your device and important files. Number 2, set up a VPN. For some countries, you know which ones, it may be difficult to access websites in Australia. As a result, setting up a VPN allows you to check your uni email as well as access other key websites that you might need. Number 3, pay off debts that may be due. For example, anything from the university, maybe the library, any utilities, to avoid unnecessary interest and penalty fees. Number 4, suspend services such as your phone plan or gym membership to avoid paying for things you're not going to use when you're on holiday. Number 5, notify your bank of travel dates to prevent your account being frozen when overseas transactions are detected. Number 6, book your airport transfer service if you're looking to save time by having someone pick you up and take you directly to the airport. For the day before departure, make sure you have your key items on you, including your passport, your phone, as well as key documents on there, such as your visa, your personal wallet, and of course, your packed bags. The ideal scenario is to make sure that you've got everything ready to go before you go to bed the night before. On the day of departure, if you haven't booked an airport transfer service, you can take public transport, such as a direct train via the airport link. Or you can take a train to Mascot Station and then the 440 bus. Or you can also take a taxi. However, if you have booked an airport transfer service, then you simply have to wait at home for them to pick you up. Speaking of airport transfer service, in the next segment, I'll be chatting with Mike from 2 Airport, who will tell us why his airport transfer service is the best. Of course it is. And he'll also tell us a few crazy stories over his 18 years of running 2 Airport.